One client who had done thorough research before investing with MRI is Julie Hickson. She's mad about golf, and so she was particularly taken with the Aspen Golf development in Raslog near Bansko. Note the word golf there in the name. It was sold to her as Frontline Golf, i.e. a property directly adjacent to a course. Julie says she was also told she'd have access to that course.
How much of a factor was the golf in buying the place in Bulgaria?
Well, it was the main factor. We could have chosen anywhere, but we specifically chose to go to Bulgaria, and Bansko is being built by Ian Woosland. Good recommendation.
Because of the golf that was promised in the blurb?
Yes, and that was consistent from the exhibitions through to the inspection.
Well, access to the course,
yes.
You can play on it, etc.
Yeah.
And now it's turned out that actually
we can't play golf.
You can't play golf there.
So the apartment's useless, which is as far as we're concerned, because we can't play golf.
The course in question is called Pirin Golf and Country Club, and the people who market it told us clearly that it was only accessible to Pirin Golf residents or people staying in those apartments.
Unfortunately, we had never said that these golf courses will be public golf courses with free access. And there are no plans that they will be opened as a public golf courses for pay-per-play golf in the future.
Julie is particularly cross. She says she bought her property for direct access to the golf course, and not only can't she play on it, but the development isn't even right next to the course as promised. She wants the €32,000 that she's paid so far back, but MRI say that she can't have it.
They insisted it was Frontline. This is another reason for paying the premium, which is very nice to be on a development, have your apartment on a development that is Frontline.
So I went to Bulgaria to see things for myself, and the first thing I discovered was an inaccuracy in one of the old MRI brochures for Aspen Golf.
In the Aspen Golf brochure it says 3 kilometres to the ski resort of Bansko. Well, it isn't. I've just measured it and it's actually more than 8. It might be 3 as the crow flies, but by road it's more than double that, which is quite significant if you want to be close to the hot skiing action.
And what about the Aspen development itself?
This is the Aspen Golf development, and on the cover of the brochure it says Frontline Golf Apartments. Well, this is the front line, and what you're getting ain't Frontline Golf, but Frontline Development. The golf course is actually on the other side of this.
At no point did anyone inform Julie or other clients we've spoken to of this development springing up on the right, even though the new development was given planning permission just a month after Aspen Golf. This new development is Frontline, by the way, right next to the course, just as Julie thought Aspen Golf would be. MRI say no premium was paid by Julie for Frontline Golf as her apartment faces the other way.
You start off with the exhibition, which is misrepresentation. You think you're going to something that you end up it's not. And when you do get as far as the inspection trip and being seen by a salesperson, it's carrying on that misrepresentation.
And as for access to the golf development, the notices seem pretty clear. Exclusive, residents only, not open to the public. Although the mayor of Raslog did tell us that in his opinion the golf course would be open to the public in the future. When our undercover reporter was in training in April, uncertainties about golf access weren't mentioned, although trainees were told to use the course as a major selling point for developments nearby.
Basically, this is an Ian Woosland golf course. It's an 18-hole golf course. The last summer, the first 9 holes are in use. By this summer, the whole 18 holes will be open. So that's your summer market.
However, some good news. After we wrote to MRI, they came back and told us that they now do have an agreement with Pirin Golf to facilitate golf access and membership for MRI clients. We passed the message on to Julie, who says that facilitating golf access isn't the same as actually having it, and until it's confirmed in writing to her, she still wants the €32,000 that she's invested back. Just down the road from Aspen Golf is Pirin Residence, another property that MRI has marketed. Remember, in winter this is a ski area, but it's also marketed as a summer destination. And one of the selling features promised by some MRI reps here was the swimming pool.
Bit of a key point this, there isn't one. There is going to be one in the development next door that they can use, but it's not really the same thing, is it?
The developers behind Pirin Residence told us that they'd never intended to put in a swimming pool and that no agents should have promised this. MRI say that as soon as the pool became an issue for their clients, they were offered a no-cost transfer to this other development behind Pirin Residence, which will feature a pool. The clients will have to wait longer before they can use their apartments or let them out though, as it's still being built. But according to MRI, most clients are entirely happy with the swap. Now remember back at the exhibition, the MRI sales rep likened investing in Bulgaria to putting your money in an account that just keeps going up in value.
You've got to look at it, it's putting minimum in and getting the maximum return. Now if I knew something was going to be built in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years time, you're basically just holding your money in a secure escrow account that no one can touch. It's just going up in value.
The thing is, there's a bit of a supply exceeding demand situation going on here, because not only are there thousands of apartments already built and waiting to be sold, but there's also plenty more still under construction.
But there doesn't seem to be much resales activity out here for now at least. No great surprise, given that there are so many new flats available. In fact, from what we've seen, if you need a sale fast, you may have to drop your asking price dramatically.
Well, this is interesting. Previously, we know that this property was bought for €60,000. It's now for sale for €40,000.
And this wasn't an isolated example. We did see others. The key here is that a property is only really worth what you can sell it for.